YouTube, man. Welcome back to another reaction video. It's your boy, Sheila's B-Law, man. Today's video, we gonna go ahead and watch the high school sensation, Antonio Blakeney. Man, this dude is fucking raw. He was raw in high school. He was raw in college. He got hold a little bit in the NBA, but he still went to the NBA. He still had minutes and scored. And now he's playing overseas and killing. So we're going to go ahead and watch this, man. So, road to 5K subs, man. We already hit 1,000 already, man. Now we just need the 4,000 watch hours, and we already halfway. So now we just need the other half, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep on going. We ain't going to miss no days. Let's get to the video. Ooh! Come on, Tone. Come on, Tone. Antonio Blakeney.
How do you feel, when you declare to the NBA draft and then you go undrafted?
So that was like the hardest point, like being at Summer League, trying to be positive. First two games, don't even get in the game. So I'm going back to the room.
Don't get to the game, nigga. This is Antonio Blakeney. Oh, hell no. Nah. We ain't gonna, I ain't gonna pause it too much because the video's already long. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say little bits and pieces, you know what I'm saying?
Bad as hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I don't know if it's gonna work out. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't got no money. So all I knew was, like, I'm gonna be one of those guys. That's all I was thinking that night. Like, I'll be one of the guys that went undrafted and make it.
You're, I think, in the same class as Ben Simmons, right?
Seeing some of the things that he can do just up close and personal, it was just crazy. I mean, he had like a right-hand floater from the free throw line, like reverse dunks.
Yeah. Crazy. But there's one thing to play in Europe, and there's another thing to play for Coach Itudis, right?
It turned me into a winner, trying to play winning basketball. I never won a championship my whole career. I never even, played for a team who had the aspirations. Like, the way we practice every day is with a different aspiration.
I like that you speak about Mike James, because I had a question I wanted to ask you.
Mike James.
Two crazy athletes with crazy highlights, right? Who's winning one-on-one, man?
I do.
Guys, today on the podcast we have Antonio Blakeney. We're really interested about how a guy that's cooking so much on the court is able to explain what's going through his mind when he shoots those shots in the podcast. So super exciting to show this to you guys.
Come on, Antonio Blakeney, man. I want to see this podcast too.
Please, guys, if you watch this, follow. You guys are still 70% that watch our episode but don't follow. This would mean the world to us. And don't forget, every subscribe that you do, we give you a promise that we make this show bigger and better every single day.
All right, Antonio, welcome on the podcast. Pleasure to have you. Thank you for your time. So right away, my first question to you is, what does it take for a player to be known as a lethal scorer?
I think, it definitely takes a lot of hard work, to be a lethal scorer, for one. But it also takes a lot of confidence because when you're a lethal scorer, some of the shots you might shoot aren't, technically the best shots, but, it's called being like a tough shot maker, but you got to have confidence to take those tough shots.
Mm-hmm. I did my research, looking at your career, and I saw that this etiquette has been with you since the beginning, since high school. Check the highlights, man. People were calling you the best scorer in the country. So were you born with this instinct, or you worked to get to this?
I think because I didn't start really taking basketball seriously 7th grade. I was playing football. I actually thought I was going to go to the NFL. But anyways, when I did start taking basketball serious, I worked so hard at it, it kind of made me, and then my high school coach kind of ingrained that into me. He used to always tell me, you work so hard, you work harder than all your teammates. So you should shoot more than them. You should, not be scared to take that shot or even miss that shot because you work on
this
it.
This nigga,
so I think it kind of started.
Blakeney was the motherfucking Kobe fucking Bean Bryant, bro, in high school.
8th, 9th grade, with my high school coach just pretty much told me that, never worry about a shot that you take or miss or make because you work on this stuff.
How do you
That's the ultimate green light
off the court? This kind of level of confidence.
It's just a mindset. A lot of stuff is just mental. Especially when you're taking those type of shots, you have to have a short memory. You can't. I might miss a couple big shots in a big game, and I gotta be able to just sleep well at night and know the next day I'm gonna shoot those same shots. In practice.
I ain't gonna lie, man. In high school, bro, when I was young, cause I'm not, I don't know, but I forgot how old is Antonio Blakeney, but bro, I was watching all his fucking documentaries, bro, cause like he was like, oh my god, all the Be Great Tone videos, the home team who's bro, he was that nigga, bro, and he's still that nigga. He's portraying, you know what I'm saying? He's that nigga, bro.
Or in the next game, whatever the case may be. So it's just you gotta have a short memory when you're that type of player.
So you actually do forget about bad games or like bad shots?
I mean, it's hard to forget about them, obviously, especially when it's a big game. But when your next time you're on the court, you gotta just let it go. You know, you can't be thinking about the last play or the last game. It's just that you gotta stay in the moment.
You know, we played pro 2 years, not the same level, but what I realized is all those big players, the quality they have is they have short memory.
Yeah.
It's really like forget about the bad plays, just move on. And even not even worry about the next play, just stay in the present, right?
Yeah.
Is that the way you feel right now?
Definitely. Always gotta be in the moment. Like when you're getting your shots up, when you're lifting your weights in practice, just stay in that moment. That's all that really matters, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't really spend too much time worrying about the past or the future.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in the moment.
So, tell me if I'm wrong, you grew up in New York, right?
Now, I was born in New York, but I was actually grew up in Florida.
Okay, cool.
I moved when I was really, really young, so I don't really remember much about New York.
So how did your environment shape the player that you're today?
I mean, I came up from like the urban area in Florida, like Sarasota, Florida and stuff. So, you know, it made me tougher. I used to go to the rec center a lot.
Oh, that builds you up. That builds character, man.
Yeah, played out of open gym, outside, playing with older guys, stuff like that. You know, made me tougher, like guys who foul you, push you to the ground, tell you get up, like stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of built me, made me tough.
You ran McDonald's All-American, correct?
Yep.
At this moment, I guess you guys have so much confidence, and I think the only thing, like, you guys think about is NBA, right?
Yeah.
How does this, like, mindset evolve after your NBA time and now being in Europe? Is it something that, like, you have kind of regrets that your career wasn't only NBA, or, like, how, like, this mental aspect played into your mind?
I mean, obviously the NBA was always the main goal, and I did end up getting there. I didn't last as long as I wanted to, but I don't have really any regrets.
Okay.
You know, I actually like playing in Europe. Last year was my first year in Europe, but I always watched it, you know, like I always like paid attention to it because like the basketball over here is like crazy.
Yeah.
So I always paid attention to like Mike James while he was over here and Shane Larkin. Like when I was in the NBA and when I was in China, I always like paid attention, but I could never like get a good enough deal to come over here and turn down like China where I was playing at the time. Yeah. So now that I'm here, I mean, I'm actually enjoying it. I'm not like, I don't have any regrets. So
probably getting
I don't
paid
really even
six
think about
figures,
NBA
bro.
much.
When you were the AB of the time where you were like the McDonald's All-American, who was the one player that you shaped your game after?
While I was in high school?
Yes.
I liked Bradley Beal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
Bradley
pretty
Beal was
good.
the guy
That's
I
a
watched.
good.
I like that you
That's
speak
pretty
about Mike
good.
James, because I had a question I wanted to ask you. You know, two crazy athletes with like crazy highlights, right? I wanted to ask you, like, both on your prime. I think your prime is right now. Mike James in his prime. Who's winning one-on-one, man?
I mean, I'm a confident player. You know, Mike James is great. I mean, obviously, I think I'll beat anybody one-on-one.
Yeah, there you go.
But Mike James is, I mean, he's a great player. He's done a lot of great things. He's a tough shot maker. He's a good player.
Do you actually, like, I'm always curious about these confidence players. Like, do you actually think you can score on anybody?
I do. Yes, I do. I really do.
Nice.
I want to bring back on the McDonald's All-American. Was this the first time you were thinking like, okay, my place in the NBA is like realistic, I can be in the NBA, or was it even before that?
It was actually a little bit before that.
Okay.
I had an open gym where like some NBA guys came back. Austin Rivers was one of them. Courtney Lee, you know, those guys are from Florida, and they came back, and I was in high school, I was in 11th grade, and I like was playing well. Like I scored a couple buckets on them. I didn't dominate or anything, but I did enough to make myself think like, dang, I'm in the 11th grade and I'm playing against these NBA guys, and I can do something. I know I can make it there one day if I keep working, get stronger. Obviously, I was real skinny at the time. But around that time, when I knew that it was
That's
like
crazy, 'cause he
me
was
going to the
skinny.
NBA was a very reachable goal for me.
That's cool. So then right after this, you know, you brought the same level of confidence and the same level of scoring to LSU, which is very interesting because you're, I think, in the same class as Ben Simmons, right?
Yeah.
What was special about that year with the team?
It was great. It was different. It was a lot of ups and downs with that year. Obviously, you know, Ben had a lot of injuries, but we had a lot of hype around us because of Ben, obviously.
Man,
But seeing some of the things that
my
he
bad, y'all. I'm looking at my damn reaction video because, you know, I got to get my watch time. Ooh! Nigga, I'm looking all crazy and shit. What the hell?
do just up close and personal, it was just crazy. You know, he is real talented. He was a real talented
Like,
player.
what was he doing different than other guys, you know, that you could see, oh, man, he's like a one-of-one?
I mean, he had like a right hand floater from the free throw line, like reverse dunks.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
He was a 6'10" point guard, guarding point guards. His passing skills were crazy. Like, it was stuff you would see him do in practice that just was crazy.
What was then from when you made the jump to the league? What was your toughest, let's say, adjustment you had to do from college basketball to NBA?
I would say just playing a role.
Okay.
Because when I was in the NBA, you know, I had different coaches. I had one coach, I had Fred Hoiberg, and I had another coach, Jim Boylan. One coach played me off the bench, kind of let me score, be that scorer, and then Jim Boylan kind of like subbed me in the game early, told me he wanted me to be like 3-and-D, like a role player. And I didn't, at the time, I didn't really understand, like, what do you mean? Like, you know, I want the ball. But he was kind of trying to help me. But at the time I was so young, I didn't really get to understand, like, that what gets you paid in the NBA, like being a role player.
Yeah.
How do you feel, you know, when you declare to the NBA draft and then you go undrafted?
And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you definitely gotta listen to your coaches, because he's saying he'd be a 3-and-D player, but if he was to listen to them and stuff, instead of taking criticism, like, they're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm a bucket. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you take their role and you be so good at it to the point you not gonna be called a role player. You know what I'm saying?
Then, you know, they sign you two-way, but what's your initial feeling when you go undrafted?
He have a Bradley Bill mindset.
I mean, it was tough.
Play style, like.
You know, I felt a little down. Obviously, you know, you probably have a little bit of thoughts in your head, like, dang, maybe I could have went back to school because I left early. But I knew that I seen so many undrafted players like Wesley Matthews, so many guys like make it. So all I knew was like, I'm gonna be one of those guys. That's all I was thinking that night. Like, I'll be one of the guys that went undrafted and make it. That was my whole goal.
Bro, I even remember, like, you were one of those guys, even your rookie season, of course, in the Bulls, but I checked the stats, man, in G League that year, 32 points a game.
Nah, facts.
Yo, did you have, like, something to prove to people on that season, you know, those games?
Now, definitely. Me, personally, I mean, I still carry that chip on my shoulder. I always have something to prove when I'm playing.
Still now?
Yeah, to now. Like, even when I practice, when I play, when I'm getting my shot, I always feel like I had something to prove. I never feel like, you know, I made it or I'm accomplished, you know. I don't think I will ever feel that way.
That's cool, man.
Guide us through your welcome to the NBA moment.
I don't know, because like my first NBA game, I played well. Like, it was crazy. Like, my first NBA game I played against OKC, I had 16 points.
All right.
Then I played again against the Lakers and I had like 15 points. But I would say like a surprise moment, something that's not even that big, but it was like I was playing against Trevor Ariza.
Okay.
And he got me like 3 fouls like really quick because I used to have my hands in there. And he like pretty much told me like, listen, like, you need to, I forgot what he said. He pretty much taught me like, keep your hands out of there. I'm gonna make you foul me every time.
As soon as you put the hands, you're gonna draw the
like
foul.
that little and that's when they used to call the thing when you go up and you can shoot it at the same time. It was gonna be a shooting foul. So that's when I was like, oh, okay, I see like these guys, like, they're smart. You know what I'm saying?
I like that you speak about Trevor Ariza, because just a couple of days ago, I saw like a quote of, you know, Larry Kobe. He was saying, he was speaking to a run artist that, are you replacing Trevor Ariza? Like, this was pretty much my best teammate ever. So did you feel like he was like this greatness, even because when you played him, he was older, right?
He was older. He played with Washington at the time.
Yeah.
And I was in Chicago. I was playing against him.
But who was the biggest like star that you saw that you're like, damn, bro, I'm like on the same court as this guy? It's crazy.
LeBron.
Really?
It's always LeBron. Like,
She must have said.
Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron. Playing against LeBron. And he did like a crazy pass. Like, he had like the ball like this and did like that and just threw it with one hand.
Yeah, with two
Oh, you were in
yeah.
this game?
Yeah, I was in that game.
Oh
So,
my
it
God.
was
I remember this.
Yeah.
He was, then one time I like drove down the lane and I like seen him. He was like deep, like kind of in the corner. And he like came to help, but he stopped and I went up and dunked it. And I was just like surprised, like, dang, I didn't know if he was gonna block it. I was young, I was on two-way at the time. But it was just like being on the court with him, you know what I'm saying? Going against him, like,
man.
in high school I was wearing his shoes, like the EYBL LeBron.
Crazy.
So that was definitely
He has all the
He
shoes
passed
in
it
the
to Ante
world,
Zizic,
bro.
I think.
Ante
Remember?
Zizic, yeah.
Crazy.
Right.
Even though you have like such a big confidence and obviously like, you know, this helps you to like, I guess, knock down the major part of your shots. How does your off season look like? Like, what's the off season of Antonio Blakeney?
Yeah, I mean, so now I'm a little older, so all my off seasons are a little different.
Okay.
And also this season, off season was like the shortest one I ever had because in China, you know, you get like 6 months home.
Yeah.
So this is my first Europe off season where it's only 2 months.
Yeah.
So this summer I kind of just took like 2 weeks off and then I went to the weight room, you know, focused there, like working on my body because I had some knee issues and stuff. And then just more focused on like watching film and like getting better at, you know, making passes, stuff like that. So I worked on that stuff with a lot of live bodies. And then obviously just, you know, keep getting my shots up, conditioning, lifting, same things like that.
But I'm thinking like you should do again this documentary, you know, Be Great.
Yeah, I
like,
want to do it again. I definitely want to do it
Please.
again. It was like, I kind of stopped doing it because when I was in high school, I didn't know people made money off those things.
Yeah.
So the dude was making a lot of money off of it. So we ended up about to do another one. After my second year in the league, and I ended up asking him like, bro, like, I mean, you got to pay me for this or something, you know, like at this point, you know what I'm saying?
It was like 1 million views per episode, basically.
Yeah, and then he wasn't like trying to pay me. And I was like, bro, you made all the money off all the ones in high school. I got nothing.
Yeah, true.
So that's why it kind of just stopped because I couldn't find anybody else to like.
Damn, people always want to fuck it up because of money, bro. Not because of Antonio Blakeney, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as, was it Home Team Hoops? Yeah, man, damn. Because, okay, now I know why. Because I was confused on why. Because that's fucked up. Like, by him being in high school, you making all that bread. Like, yeah, you put him on, but he was his own person before that, bro. I feel like, yeah, he was. You know what I'm saying? Because without Home Team Hoops, he would still be Antonio Blakeney. But those was some historic ass videos. I feel like he should, by him being in high school, he should have at least gave him a percentage. You know what I'm saying? A percentage. But I mean, but what I can say too is like it's his camera, it's his production, all this shit. So I can see both ways. But by you being like a good person, you should have broke him off, because I know you was making bread off that nigga, bro. I know you was making bread off him, Corey Sanders, and everything. But not now by him being in the league, you should have definitely did some big great joints by him being in the league now. You know what I'm saying?
But Corey didn't do it the way I wanted to do it, so I just was like, whatever. I just
Hey,
want
if
to do
you
it.
need help, let us know, bro. We're ready to help you.
No, sure. It'd be definitely, we can do one like in Sofia, Europe type of thing.
Super down.
That'd be
And then when
lit.
you come play against Monaco,
Yeah.
we'll be here. We'll follow you if you want.
Definitely.
No, we need to do that.
When you then left the US and went overseas, what was the hardest adjustment for you?
So for me, it's different because it's a different game in China, it's a different game in Europe.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So in China, there wasn't much of adjustment because they just wanted me to score. So I'll speak on Europe, like last season. So the biggest adjustment for me was just the seriousness of every possession.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's even more serious than the NBA. Like, coming in the game, I remember one time Coach Tudis told me, like, look, you're going in the game, we got 3 fouls to give. If they post you up, a foul. So,
Right away.
Yeah, right away. We're playing Jerusalem. I remember this like yesterday. And Zeusman posts me up, spins, I don't foul, he scores. Coach goes crazy on me. And I'm like, but it was good defense, he just made a tough shot. He's like, bro, I just told you to do a take foul. So he was like on me about that for days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't know how serious that is in Europe.
Yeah.
Like using your fouls, like, okay, if it's 3 minutes left in the quarter and you got 3 fouls to give, do a couple take fouls. Each possession matters. Like, quick bad shots sometimes isn't always great.
Yeah.
You want to try to find the best shot each possession. Like, so I think that was the biggest adjustment for me, like the seriousness of each possession in Europe than playing in China or in the G League or in the NBA.
I think this is something that so many Americans are struggling in the first time they land in Europe. What would be your advice to, a young player that very skilled, talented like you are, that arrives in Europe?
Just be open, like be willing to learn, like, because like when you go through stuff like that, you might not play, or you might play less, or you might be a quick sub, and that stuff kind of happened to me.
Yeah.
But I was always open, like Coach Tudis is a great coach. Like you can talk to him, he'll tell you, and I never like fought back. Like you don't fight back when the coaching comes your way, or one of your teammates might try to help you. Like you kind of just got to be acceptive, because when you come from the NBA or you come from China, that stuff is going to be natural for you to do. You're not going to take each possession as serious because you've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
True.
So if in your first time in Europe, you just kind of got to accept it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I just try to accept it, and that's what I did. I just kept learning. Over time, you'll get better at it.
But there's one thing to play in Europe, and there's another thing to play for Coach Tudis, right?
Yeah.
We saw that he's a very special character.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Coach?
I mean, it's great. It's great. He helped me so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm back in EuroLeague. I got a great deal. Turned me into a winner,
Nice.
trying to play winning basketball. I never won a championship my whole career. I never even played for a team who had the aspirations. Like the way we practice every day is with a different aspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like a different goals.
There's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
purpose to
It's
everything.
purpose. It's a purpose to every single thing. Like we might be running 5-on-0, and he'll stop and get mad, like, set the pick and roll up better. When normally, like, if you're in China or NBA, you can just come off the screen all slow, drop it to the big, they lay it up. No, we're not doing that. Like, here it's like each thing matters.
Yeah.
So, like, me and his relationship is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he knows that he can get on me and I'm going to accept it, and he's not going to keep working through whatever. And I know that whatever he says to me, it's only to help. And he has one goal. I mean, he's a winner. So period. Whether you're playing, not playing, or if he's yelling or not yelling at you, he just wants to win the game.
You're the same, right?
Period. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like, even though it's just your second year, it's going to be your second year in Europe, you're already like the extension of coach on the court, right? Do you embrace this role already as almost a veteran, right, to the team?
Well, I'm trying to. I mean, we have a lot of guys. We have a lot of guys with great experience, even though they haven't played here. Like Elijah,
For sure.
He's won championships. He played with great players, so he has a lot of experience. Colin McCullum, he has great experience, like on the defensive end. He's talking a lot and stuff like that. So I'm actually trying to learn from these guys as well. Obviously I'm an extension of coach. I know all the plays.
Exactly,
so like
yeah.
I got my do-rag, y'all. I got my do-rag. I got my do-rag, y'all. I got my do-rag. Just let y'all know, because y'all ain't going to see my hair like that, looking like that bad no more. Because I got my do-rag, y'all. I got my do-rag.
little things, I can help them with the plays, but it's a lot of things they can help me with too. I also have never played in EuroLeague before, and they have. So I'm just kind of trying to sit back, obviously help the way I can help, but then learn the way I can learn from them as well.
Talking about all these guys, I guess you have probably one of the deepest rosters this year in Europe.
Scary.
It's crazy. How does practice look like? Like, are you guys like over competitive? Because obviously there will be guys that will not be playing because you guys are just too much and too much talent. How does this look like within practice and like also outside, like in the locker room?
I mean, locker room's great. We had a great locker room's healthy. You got a whole bunch of great guys. I think that we all understand that how deep the roster is.
Yes.
I think we all understand that we have one common goal, and it's also a long season. You're playing multiple leagues, you're playing double weeks. So I think that it's fine. When you ask about practice is competitive. We have a whole bunch of talented players who's getting good money. I mean, they're going to compete. And because the tutor is going to make you compete. But with the locker room is good. I think everybody is... We don't have like a lot of young guys. I think I might be one of the young, like Dio's like 25, I'm 28.
That's crazy.
And everybody else is 30 or above.
That's crazy.
Okay,
So
so
these guys have
28.
been around.
Yeah.
So they know, what's going on. They know, like, what to do in this type of situation. It's not like their first time around,
But I guess with this kind of deep roster, you also need to like kind of earn your spot
So
in
it was
practice.
2016.
Even, like kind of like on the like 5 against 5, like you guys are just too many.
2016.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, you definitely got to compete. That's basketball. That's any team. What you do in practice definitely is going to affect the way you play, affect how much you play, because practice matters. But like I said, everyone on our team has been around for so long.
Yeah.
Like Chris Jones is like year 9, or
true.
like Elijah's been playing for a long time. Like all these guys are older. We don't have no young guys, so everybody understand what they need to do.
Nice.
Who's the biggest trash talker on the team?
Probably me.
For real?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, probably me.
What do you say to the guys usually?
Mott too, though. That's probably Motley.
Yeah?
Mott too. He up
Okay.
there. Not up
Two
there.
surprising calls.
Yeah, Mott. Because Mott, when he scored, he just kind of let you know, like, nobody can stop him. He's gonna let you know that.
So do you guys sometimes butt heads?
Now we haven't this year. Sometimes last year when they put it on different teams and I'm trying to win, he's trying to win, we did a little bit, argue a little bit, like stuff like that.
It's healthy competition.
Healthy
though. Like, it's always
competition for
good.
sure.
Speaking about Hapoel, obviously, Offer has this very, let's say, deep relationship also with the team, with like every player. It's not like this in every...
Traders, is this a pet peeve of yours? Prop firms who are famous for denying payouts to their traders for gambling.
let's say, club, I would say.
Yeah.
What's your perspective on having an owner that is so involved within the team on a daily basis?
Yeah, I mean, it's great because not only is he involved, he cares too, Like, you can pick your phone up and call him. He's like a billionaire. He's probably super busy.
Yeah.
But I called him this summer. He answered,
Nice.
So, what I called him about is, between me and him, whatever. But if you call him, like, he'll talk to you about anything. He gives advice. He comes to practices. He motivates. They actually did, like, this thing with last year before the semifinal game 3. Ofer, like, reached out to, like, all of our families.
Okay.
And they made, like, a nice video for us, like, good luck tonight, go win.
Nice.
Like, so he had my
Nice,
mom
man.
on there, Marcus Foster's mom was on there, and, he organized that, so he cares. Like, he cares about the team winning. He cares about us being close with each other. So, I mean, he's great.
So nice.
So I want to jump back on something you said, like it was the first time you won a trophy.
Yep.
So that was an unbelievable season last year. I don't think a lot of people expected this from Hapoel so early. And yesterday we had the GM Hinas on the pod, and I asked him like, we're gonna have AB on the pod. What should I ask him? He told me like, are you ever gonna score that many threes in the fourth quarter like you did in this? Probably one of the best series, man.
No, but sure, it was fun. The Valencia series, I'm not gonna lie, it felt like the finals.
It was one of the craziest series I've ever seen.
Like after we won that, for some reason, I was more happier after we beat Valencia than after we beat Gran Canaria. It's like weird. Like the feeling was just like crazy. Like after we beat Valencia again, because we had like a lot going on. Like Jan was hurt. We didn't even know if he was gonna play. He like flew back the day of the game. Joe Ragland was hurt.
I'm about to look at
like,
his Instagram.
It was just crazy. And then Motley got in foul trouble. It was just like, it was a crazy game.
But bro, tell me about that.
Ooh, boy, if Antonio Blakeney played ones, oh my God. If he played the ones, bro, he would go the fuck off, bro. Like on a TNC or off the dribble, bro.
The fourth quarter, like,
oh my
what happened,
God.
Man?
Oh, no, I was just feeling it. I was hot. I was hot.
So, I always like to talk, we had some crazy scores, and there's this very common word in basketball is like being in the zone.
Yeah.
How would you describe this feeling?
You see, when I get that in that zone, I just feel like the basket like this big. Like I can make everything because the basket's so big at that point. Like in that Valencia game, I remember like I just knew every shot I would shoot was going in, especially in the fourth quarter.
There's also one thing like you do. I think I've never seen this guy do so much. Draw a foul on a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Like have you seen that? Jumps, not even go throws the legs too much, but you always draw the foul, always and one. Is that one of your special moves, you would say?
No, I think it's just it's the defense because when I'm hesitant, you don't know if I'm going to drive or not, but I jump high on my shot as well. Mm-hmm. So when you're trying to contest it, it's kind of tough because you can't get to the peak of my shot because I'm jumping.
Yeah.
So it makes you kind of either hit my arm or land up under me.
So you never I was more technical, but you never think about the defender that's in front of you because you know you're going to be regardless higher than him, right?
Yeah. See, I don't think about it. I think about making the shot. I don't flop and stuff like that. I'm not trying to draw a foul. I'm just trying to make the shot, and if I get fouled, I get fouled.
I think you're going to see a lot of flopping in the EuroLeague, though.
I already heard. I know. Elijah told me about that today.
It's the Europeans, man.
Talking about the EuroLeague, what is the team/player that you look the most to compete against?
I'll say Pana. Definitely would be one. Just because, they have Kendrick Nunn and they have a good relationship with him. They have Jaren Grant. I actually played with him in Chicago. That was my teammate. He always talking about how he'll lock me up and stuff like that. So I think that's the team I probably want to play against the most.
Nice. So do you have any special expectations for this year, for you personally, also for the team?
More just for the team. Yeah. Me, this is my first year in EuroLeague, so I don't really have much expectations. But with the team, obviously we want to win. We want to make the playoffs and, make a push at this thing.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Because a lot of people say when they see that you play EuroCup, they're going to put you in the box of, he's a EuroCup player. I keep saying to people, this is not a EuroCup player. This is a EuroLeague player. This is dangerous. So I can really feel you can be easily one of the top 5 scorers, right? Because now you're figuring out the European game, right? Yep. I'm excited, man. This is going to be crazy season.
I'm definitely excited too, man.
I want to come back a little bit on your LSU days and develop a little bit on Ben Simmons, So you said, of course, he's an unbelievable player. But, lately in the NBA, a lot of people were telling bad stuff about him, questioning his confidence, everything. What do you say to those people, that say that?
You kind of got to be in his shoes and know what's going on. I haven't really been paying too much attention to it, but I know that he has dealing with some injuries and stuff like that. And people got to understand too, just because you make the money and stuff, some people can't deal with the mental part of things. Like when you start getting bashed by the media and you get threats and death threats. I remember he had a bad Philly series when they lost to Atlanta, so it's kind of been downhill since. But he's also been battling injuries, so I think you can't really. What I would say to people that's always bothering them, you can't really know what somebody's going through until you're in their shoes.
Speaking about the fans and feeling entitled to give their opinion and be so rude. Now you're coming into EuroLeague, which is a crazy league, crazy fans. I'm sure Hapoel has some strong fans.
Yeah.
Have you really encountered those type of fans? Being pretty aggressive to you or not yet?
I won't say not yet, but in Hapoel, we definitely got some crazy fans. I would say.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I just hit up. I had texted in the comments off the dribble. I just told him, bro, can we get a OTD player, bro, to play against Antonio Blakeney, bro? Oh my god, that shit would be so fucking amazing, bro. Oh my
How do
god.
you deal with the outside noise? Like,
Just
is it
one
something you
day,
just don't pay
bro.
attention, or
That would be
you
the
use it
game
to
I would
fuel
have to
yourself?
pull up
I use
to,
it to fool
bro.
myself because
Okay.
I'm fuel myself because I'll be lying if I say I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Like, you get on Instagram and you got comments or people DMing you, or say the team might post something and you look at the comments and they're talking about
You read them?
Sometimes, yeah, I do. I know all the times, but sometimes I do. I mean, a lot of people do. People be lying if they say they don't. Or unless you disactivate your Instagram, it's no way you don't read that stuff.
So, you're saying you fuel yourself like with those type of stuff. So I'm sure like you like having the energy of the fans, right?
Yeah.
So how hard is it for you to play those games without the home base fans?
Oh yeah, I mean it's definitely, for me it wasn't really hard actually.
Yeah.
I liked it playing in Summer Cove. Other teams came in a little lazy because Summer Cove's kind of boring. They got the altitude, stuff like that. But definitely when you got fans, it just turns you up a little more. You're drilling in, running a little more, you're jumping a little higher, everything.
I think this comes from your time in Florida, when you're playing in all of these different type of environments where a lot of people watching, nobody watching. So I guess you just
Yeah. For me, it don't really matter.
So a team should have signed you for the NBA bubble.
Yeah, facts.
Because what was the
He going.
I was in when that was going on, and everybody was getting those call-ups. I think I was in China.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in China.
Because you had, I forgot the name of the player, Indiana Pacers. They call him like the bubble legend.
Ooh.
And he was averaging he was a role player, 10 points a game and then 35 points a game during the bubble. I forgot the name. We'll put it because it was funny.
Speaking about
TJ
this
Warren.
mental aspect and how hard it can be for athletes, what was your toughest moment in your career?
I mean, definitely, I would think when I went undrafted. Because
I see you have it on your
yeah, I got it tatted right here. Yeah, I think that was a tough part of my career just because, I had nothing guaranteed at that point. Like, I ended up having to go to Summer League for no money. Like, I didn't have a camp deal yet. Just you get per diem. I got 1,000 USD.
Yeah.
And I had to make the team type thing. And then they gave me a two-way. And the two-way wasn't even guaranteed. See, now the two-way is different. You get 400,000 guaranteed.
Yes.
When I was playing, the only thing
Damn. Ooh, hey, that boy Dennis Jenkins got 400K in his pocket. Ooh. Even Mike Miles. Ooh, that money coming in.
guaranteed was your G League money. If you get a certain amount of money per days that you get in the NBA, that was the two-way. So if you get 45 days in the NBA, you get paid $3,500 a day or something like that. So,
God damn. Hold on, let's add that up if you play 45 games. Ooh, that's still some bread. 45 days times 3,500. Shit, you still making six figures, man. Get the fuck out of here.
that was my hardest moment because also when I did sign the Summer League deal, my first couple games I didn't play because we had Chris Dunn, Cameron Payne, Denzel Valentine.
Ooh,
and then out of nowhere,
thanks.
Cameron Payne went home, Chris Dunn hurt his foot, and they're like, okay, AB gets to play. And then I got to show what I can do. But if that didn't happen, I don't even know how I ever made it to the NBA. So that was the hardest point, being at Summer League, trying to be positive. First two games, don't even get in the game. So I'm going back to the room sad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Dang, I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't got no money. There was no NIL at the time.
True.
So I had no money coming out of
Oh,
college.
my bad. I know I'm talking too much, but this nigga had if the NIL was there that year, bro, when he was in the fucking league. I mean, when he was in high school, bro, 8 million, nigga, 5 million, nigga. But also too, Ben Simmons would have made that. Everybody in the damn high school, his class would have made a bunch of money.
So it was tough.
And were you in a situation where you had to make money for your family?
Yeah,
or
definitely.
really?
Yeah, I was taking care of my family already. I was already basically doing stuff for my family when I was in college.
Wow.
Because, people today, I think, forget that, now with the NIL deals, you got these players pulling up to practice in college with Lamborghinis and everything.
Facts.
Crazy chains. But in your time, it was a different struggle. Maybe you're the best scorer, but you still, don't make money.
Facts. Yeah, that was definitely going on. A lot of people, what the college players got going on now, it's a blessing. I wish we had it, when I was playing, but I think they definitely deserve it,
Yeah, but do you think that nowadays, it really changes the perspective? Because how can you tell a EuroLeague, a mid-major college guy making $500,000 a year to come sign in, let's say, some country in Europe for $2K a month?
Yeah, that's the hard part. So I think what's going to make it tough,
crazy.
what makes it tough is because everybody can't make it to the NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
But mostly every college player is getting NIL. So when the players that leave college after their senior year and don't go to the league, and you got to start off, say, in Europe for $80,000 a year, so $8,000 a month, it's going to be hard because now, do I really want to play for $8,000 a month when I just make $900,000?
Right.
Or I know some people making 1.6. So you go from making 1.6 in college to making 80 bands for the whole season.
That's crazy.
While still being a great player. But
And there's a lot of players in Europe that started off making low money. I heard like Mike James, he started off making low money and now he's one of the highest paid.
Yeah.
But would you still do that if you just left college for making $1 million per season for 4 seasons?
So
it's tough.
Yeah. Would you say that you're a generation of players, that you guys were hungry, coming out of college, like you had to prove yourself. You think you have this mental advantage over the newer generation that everything is just given to them?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. It just depends on who you are. I think more players now are definitely, be a little more weak mentally because of what's getting gave to you, but you still have guys who would be like me or like the next person who are willing to grind through whatever.
Because what I'm observing right now in the EuroLeague, you really don't have a lot of rookies, like say, coming from the US, because it's a league so tough, and I don't know, I guess the mental aspect it's too hard for a lot of players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most of the rookies, they might go to like just a smaller team and like
get used to
Europe first. You know what I'm saying?
When you were a rookie, who was like the kind of player that was like mentoring you? Did you have anybody that you could look up to?
Bobby Portis and Zach LaVine. Even though they both were young at the time, they both didn't even sign their big deal yet.
Okay.
But they were the vets on the team. We had a young team. We were basically like tanking. That's the year they traded Jimmy. They traded all the vets. So our vets were young guys. My vet was basically a guy who was in the league for only 3 years. Bobby was on the league for 3 years at the time, and Zach was in the league for 4 at the time.
Bangkok is one of the few global cities where you can buy 4 seasons or Ritz-Carlton residence for the price of a mid-range apartment elsewhere in Asia. Collectible real estate is a globally recognized asset, but in most of cities it's out of reach. In Bangkok, it's real, it's smart, it's accessible. My name is Al.
So those are my vets, but they helped me as much as they could.
I saw somewhere that you said Bobby Portis is very important to you.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what is he represent to you?
I mean, when I was on 2-8, he let me live with him.
Really?
We always just kept a relationship.
Wow.
Like, anytime I ever been through something, like he was always there for me. He's gave me money. He's helped me buy clothes when I didn't really have money like that when I first got to the league. So
wow.
He always gave me advice. We always went to the gym together, and then we just kind of relate. We both from the same struggle. So
yeah.
Are you trying to give also something back to like the younger generation when they play in the new teams?
No, definitely. I always go back home in the summers and get back to the guys at my old high school, stuff like that.
Nice.
And just you told me you want to play football originally. What position?
I was a quarterback.
Quarterback.
Yeah, I was a quarterback. I was a beast too. I was good. Yeah, I was good.
Because tomorrow we have Ish on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
He wanted to be
football.
tight end, right?
Yeah, he played football. He played NFL.
Yeah,
for a little bit.
He tried to sign to the NFL, right? Like he tried to make the final roster.
Yeah, I don't know if he made it or not, but I know he definitely was out there.
Yeah, this is crazy to have 2 football players on a EuroLeague team.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. You that played NBA and part of a franchise, and we saw 2 days ago like how professional this team is, Hapoel. Do you think that they come close to the NBA?
I mean, the way we got food after practice, we got 4 physios, like that type of stuff is definitely like NBA level.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Having 4 physios, 2 strength guys, stuff like that, it's definitely NBA level.
Do you sometimes bring your own coach from back to the US? Because I know a lot of players do that, right?
Yeah, I did last year for a little bit, like we had a break. But, I respect everything. Like we have Gil, we got Andrea and these guys, they're great. They're top of the line. But we had a break last year, and I brought some of my guys to help me work out.
Okay. Are you by yourself in Europe, or you have some family with you?
By myself.
How hard is it to be by yourself? In such a far place from home?
I mean, it's tough, but it was easy for me last year just because like all the guys on the team, we hung out with each other. Like Marcus Foster, Motley, like we all hung out all the time, so it was easy. So.
And is it the same in China? Because in China, I think you have just one.
China was hard because now you only got one other import.
Yeah. So how is it there?
It's not Americanized. They know everything there. Like you need a translator. Like you might go eat, and the waiter
That's
don't
how
know how to speak
Thailand
English.
is.
when I was in Israel last year, everything, people know English. Even here, like you go somewhere, people gonna know English at the restaurant. I would go to some restaurants in China and nobody knew English.
And so you had to translate it with you all the time, or just the basketball?
But even on the phone, I might say like no mayo, and then mayo still come back on.
Oh, I know you be mad,
and nobody knew English.
And so you had to translate it with you all the time, or just the basketball?
But even on the phone, I might say like no mayo, and then mayo still come back on.
Because when you say, yeah, I'm an American player in China, everyone's gonna think like, yo, all the glamour, all the fame, but people forget that it's a real struggle, So, and when you're an American in China, people expect you to perform, right?
Yeah.
How do you handle this pressure? Or there's no such thing as
Yeah,
pressure?
for me, it wasn't no pressure. I liked it.
You play like it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What do they expect from you? Like they just, because you mentioned how like what they do these ones from you. What is it in China? They just make you come and just score, like just.
It depends on the team, what team you're on. The team I was on, they kind of wanted me to score a lot because we didn't have that great of Chinese players.
Okay.
So we had like a couple good ones, but not that many. So, but there's some teams that they want you to play the right way, move the ball. It just depends on the team.
And coming back to Apoel, I'm thinking of something. You had this crazy guy with you on the team, Patrick Beverly, last year.
Yeah.
How was he playing with this guy?
I mean, Pat was cool. Pat, he just a little different. Obviously, he been a professional for a long time. He did it at every level. He did it at every level overseas. Played Euro Cup, played EuroLeague, played big minutes in the NBA. So, he was just a little different. Some people couldn't understand him, but I could.
Did you expect him to be here this year?
I mean, obviously, they let him. They made an agreement for him to leave last season, like before Euro Cup was even over. So I know he wasn't going to be here this year. They had already made the agreement for him to leave.
I'm surprised he didn't invite you on his podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we actually talked about doing it one day, but we never did it. But Pat was a good guy, man. He looked out. He looked out for me. Yeah. He actually, sponsored like a camp for mine.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nice. So he showed love to everybody. We go out to eat. He pay for everything, stuff like that. He's always giving game about investments or how to work hard. So for me, Pat wasn't an issue.
I'm sure that having this guy as some sort of mentor with all the experience he had, and especially the way he played, for you is very precious advices that you can bring now to this level, because now you know what to expect and the physicality that you have.
Yeah, definitely. I think the main thing I learned from Pat was how serious he took his body. Every day, like he was on his body every day. He had his own people that helped him with lifting and stretching and stuff like that. But he spent hours and hours on his body. He was at practice 2-3 hours early every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do the same?
No, I get to practice about an hour or two early.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah, but he come in 3, legit 3, probably every time.
It's Kobe mentality.
Yeah, facts.
We had Daniel Tice. We asked him like, what would be one advice we give to the younger players? He said, take care of your body.
Yeah.
Because when you're young, you're just thinking that everything is smooth and well, but then you start having those issues and you never recover from it. So that's pretty cool.
What's your body routine like off the court?
For me, off the court, like lifting and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, in the summer, I kind of just go off what my strength trainers tell me to do. I mean, do everything, deadlifts, stretching, running, pretty much.
Because I guess for shooters it's different, right?
See, me, like, I work more on my legs because I'm a jump shooter. So I always got to be, have a good base. Always be able to, keep in the fourth quarter, keep my same lift on my shot, same lift with my legs, because that matters for me.
It's very interesting because we saw one practice and you were doing the ladder work, right? And everyone looks at you and they look at the handles and everything. But I told Benny, like, look at his footwork. Like, it's unreal reactivity you have.
Yeah.
Is this the secret to, like, work on, those separation moves and first dribble and everything?
Yeah, see, I did ladder drills, like, at a young age. My high school coach was everybody doing that. Shit. But your footwork and your base, like, with your legs definitely matters, like, for everything. Like, defensively, offensively, it matters.
So, last question, man. We always ask this question when we finish. It's a little philosophical one. Once you leave this earth, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered as somebody, who was a hard worker, somebody who, was a caring man, helping people. That's somebody with a good heart, for real, for real.
Cool, man.
Thanks, Davey. Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You too, man. That was a good video, man. Haven't watched anything on Antonio Blakeney in a fucking while, and I'm glad that I watched that video, man, because y'all gotta understand how cold these motherfuckers motherfucker was. Like, I ain't gonna watch no videos, but let me show you, like, nigga, let me show you, like, look at that. Be great. Be great, nigga. He was, this is every Hooper has to watch these series, bro. Like, he was so known. Oh, he had another one? Episode 7? Nah, see, I didn't know that. Oh, I gotta watch this. 6 years ago. Well, Antonio Blakeney about ugly as hell. Nah, bro, nah, Tony. Oh my God, bro. Like, I'm gonna show you how cold this nigga was, bro. Like,
כל שתהיה ואמרנו לזרוק, אתה מוצא פלטים, שם צריכה לבוא זריקה בסוף שעון, בלייקני, קדימה בלייקני, יש לו ברחוק את פלטים, אבל הוא רואה את הדרך והטבעת. בלייקני, רוטיישן קטן כבר בחמה, הכדור הזה יהיה תל אביבי, ועכשיו האדומים רצים, עם בלייקני הוא יותר מהר מכולם, הוא כבר בסל, הוא מבין עוד
I'm just showing fast break shit right now, but he's a true bucket. Yeah, true bucket, nigga. True bucket. Oh my God. Damn, what he doing? You're like, bro, y'all gotta, I'm sorry, bro, you gotta realize who this nigga was, bro. Nigga, you gotta realize who he was. I forgot about this play. These niggas was real like pros. Bro, y'all making me motivated as a motherfucker to. I'm about to go to the weight room right now and lift, cause bro, this shit right here, bro. Y'all gotta realize, bro, this is a historic event. You gotta realize how cold that nigga. Damn, I forgot about that play. You gotta realize how cold that nigga was. Oh, oh, that's his brother probably. Nah, man, y'all gotta realize how cold this. Look at this shit, man. Let's watch just a minute, 1 minute, YouTube. Just give me 1 minute to watch this shit. 1 minute.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Be great,
just
tone,
by thinking
bro.
about it.
Y'all gotta realize how
Meet
cold
Base
this nigga
44,
was, man. That's all
a complete
all
AI
I tried to model my
creation
games
platform.
after was this nigga here,
I
bro.
will be attending LSU.
Oh my God. Y'all can watch that shit. I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna get copyrighted or anything. I don't know, but Antonio Blakeney, shit, Colin Sexton, boy, y'all gotta realize these niggas was fucking goats. It's a reason why these niggas in the NBA, bro. You can't hit on none of these niggas, bro. Dwayne Bacon was another one too. Oh my God, it was nothing but pros. Lonzo. Oh my God, man, it's your boy She Loves B-Law, man. Wrote the 5K subs, ready to hit 1,000 subs. I already know you need the 4,000 watch hours, man. It's your boy She Loves B-Law. Let's get it. And let's go.